Beautiful. Welcome everyone to part 2 of our mini planning workshop. So today we're doing the second part. Last week we did part 1, which was to reflect on the year that was 2020. Interesting year for all of us, for many of us. Tough year for sure. So I hope you had some time after the video last week to really sit with those questions, those reflection questions, to go through the year and to think about your health coaching practice, your health coaching work, whatever that looked like for you. So I just hope you had time to go through and just evaluate, reflect, contemplate, and just be with the year that was. That's going to really set the foundation for what we're going to do here today, which is to plan for 2021. So I love this part. I love the dreaming. I love the planning. I love sitting down and taking some time to really think about and be intentional about and mindful about what I want to do with my business each year. So a couple of things. Hopefully you have a pen that you can write with. I did share a guidebook that I have, some questions here that you can follow along with. I will put this link to this in the comments after the session today if you haven't already had a chance to download them. But it'd be great to just print these out and have them as we go through the questions. My intention here is just really go through the questions, maybe give you a little bit more sort of meat around those questions, things for you to think about as you go through them. And then I just hope that you take some time over the holidays to really sit with these questions and think about how you might want to plan your health coaching practice for 2021. So why don't we dive in and get going with these questions? So like I said, I'm just going to guide you through. I'm just going to share a little bit more about each of these questions, and then just will give you the time after to really sit and reflect and be with these questions. So question number 1, whenever we're doing planning work, and this is why we did the reflection last time, to kind of get a sense of where are you right now with your coaching practice. So in coaching, we always want to start with where you are right now. So it's about taking a look, identifying the current state, your current situation. So whatever that is for you, maybe you've just graduated from a health coach training program, maybe you haven't launched yet, maybe you're feeling stuck, maybe you have a successful health coaching practice already. No matter where you are, these questions will be really, really helpful. So really, the question is, the current state of my health coaching practice is blank. So that's for you to just fill it in, identify the current state, and really just be with, what is today. Say what is so. Just be with the coaching practice, the coaching work, the coaching training, whatever that is for you, just be with it. So that's number 1, starting with where we are right now. Question number 2, of course, if we're following along with a coaching process, is to look ahead at the future. Where do we want to be? So it's always important to look at that vision, that future state, the ideal scenario of what you'd like to see happen. So I really love this question, and it's sort of imagining a year out from today. So right now we're December 18th, 2020. Look ahead a year. It's December 18th, 2021, and maybe you're getting together with a really good friend for coffee, and she's asking you to reflect on the year and your health coaching practice. So she's asking you, what have you achieved? What have you accomplished? What were those goals that you set for yourself, and were you able to achieve them? So that's the question number 2. Look ahead to that future, look a year down the road, and if you were looking back on 2021, what will you have wanted to accomplish, achieved? What were the successes and wins that you had around coaching in the year? So write down in that question what you would share with that friend as she listens in to hear about your health coaching journey from 2021. So question 3 is all about looking for the opportunities, right? Looking at the year ahead, looking what the opportunities are for you. What are the possibilities that you see open around your coaching practice. I always also like to talk about the low-hanging fruit. So, what are maybe the easiest things that you could do for your coaching practice? The things that will, bear lots of fruit, the things that might be the easiest first steps for you. What would be the easiest, most beneficial step that you could take to move your health coaching practice forward in 2021? So identify some of that low-hanging fruit, those opportunities, the possibilities, the connections, the things that are already popping up for you that you might be able to take advantage of in 2021. So question number 4 is, what are you most excited about focusing on or accomplishing related to your coaching practice in 2021, right? So, our goals, when we set goals, we want to think about what's going to excite us. What are we really passionate about talking about or working on this year? When we set goals, we don't want to set things that, oh my gosh, dreading doing, things that I really don't want to do. So really list out there the things that you'd be really excited about, the things that would really jazz you and get you energized and motivated to work towards them. So make sure there's some energy behind these goals. That's the key there for question number 4. Question number 5 is, and this is one where you're just finishing the sentence that I've started for you there, and it says, regarding my health coaching business, 2021 is the year that I blank. So this is where you're really dreaming. You're looking at all those future possibilities. I'm using a number of questions here in this exercise to really get you dreaming big about your coaching practice, to look at that vision. So I'm giving you that permission to dream big here. And so really answering that question, 2021 is the year that I will, whatever it is related to your coaching practice. Maybe you've been putting things off year after year after year. Maybe you're just getting going, and so this is the year you're going to launch, you're going to start, you're going to get those first clients. Maybe it's related to offering a certain program or a signature offer or a workshop or something that you've wanted to do for a while, and this is the year you're finally going to do it. So that's a good one to get you dreaming for sure. Question number 6 is kind of, thinking about the exercise we went through last week and letting go. So what are you ready to let go of in 2021 related to being a successful health coach? So maybe you've been stuck with a limiting belief, a doubt or a fear or a worry or a judgment, a poor habit that maybe you've developed. Maybe you're in a negative pattern around your coaching practice. So what are you ready to let go of from last year, from kind of your current state where you are right now, that you want to be free of in 2021 to allow you to move forward with your coaching practice? So the question is, what specifically will you commit to leaving behind in 2020? Awesome. So then question 7, we really get into doing some actual planning. So this is where you get to identify your top 3 goals for your coaching practice for 2021. So I want you there, and I've given space for you to list out your top 3 goals that you have for your coaching business in 2021. And always remember to make those goals SMART. So when we say SMART goals, I'm sure you all know what this means, but we're talking about making it specific, making it measurable, making sure that it is attainable within the year, making sure that it's relevant to what you're working on right now, and making sure that it's timely or that there's a time frame attached to it. When we set a goal, we want to make sure, what can I do in a month? What can I do in 2 months? What can I do in 3 weeks? What can I do in 6 months? So making sure that it's timely. So using that SMART acronym to really help you develop some really great goals that you can work towards in the upcoming year. So that's number 7, spend some time really thinking about those top 3 goals. Maybe you have more, but I think 3 is, depending on how big they are, is a really good number to start with for sure. So on to question number 8. So thinking about if those are your goals, if those are the things that you're going to work towards in 2021, what will you need to do to accomplish those goals? So thinking a little bit more about, the supports or the things that you need to learn to make sure that you're going to be able to get those goals accomplished. So what do you need to learn about? What do you need to ask for support around in 2021? So maybe you know that there are some gaps in your skills, your knowledge, your capabilities, the resources that you have. So if there are any of those gaps, just identify those and think about, what other supports, what resources do I need, what do I need to learn, what do I need to ask for to really make sure that I'm going to be able to accomplish those goals over the next year. So looking at a little bit of that additional support you might need, which of course is so important in the coaching process. And then we get to question number 9. So we're working our way through here. And I love this one, and again, this is going to take some time. You're not going to be able to just do this one in sort of a moment, but it's to pick a word for 2021. So maybe you are someone who already goes through a process of picking a word for the year, but this is just a really beautiful exercise to have that sort of touchstone, that anchor, that word that is going to propel you forward, going to motivate and inspire you to work toward your goals and your coaching business over the next year. So reflect back on all the work that you've done once you get to this point in the process, and just, see if you can hone in on a word that really resonates with you, that energizes you, that, really, when you think about it, motivates you to move forward. So yeah, what word will make you feel excited, inspired, motivated, and focused on your health coaching business for the next 12 months? So again, pour yourself a cup of tea, light a candle, get out the thesaurus. Sometimes that's a great way for me to, think about what word really resonates. There's all kinds of different people out there on the internet guiding you through this, picking a word for the year. So if you just Googled, word for 2021, I'm sure you'd come up with all kinds of folks who can guide you more thoroughly and more deeply through a selection process for your word. So when you come up with it, list your word there. I just think that's such a powerful exercise. And then our final question here today is to develop a vision statement or an affirmation for your health coaching practice in 2021. So again, looking back at all the questions, all the answers that you came up with from these questions here today, particularly question number 2, which was to have you look ahead to the end of the year and look back. That's a great place where you're going to get some inspiration for this question. So really what we're doing is we're wanting to come up with a statement that really captures the essence of all that you want to do and be and have in 2021 related to your coaching practice. So I really like to encourage people to write your vision statement or your affirmation for the year as an I am statement. So I am a successful health coach. I am coaching many clients who are having great results. Just whatever that might look like for you. But it's I am as if it's already happening for you. So that's why we want to put it in the present tense, as if it's already happening. And then what you'll take and do with it from there is to, maybe you want to create a vision board. Maybe you want to, write your vision statement and your word just on a sticky note and have it there, where you can see it every day. I'm actually going to follow up with all of you by email after this and share with you how I develop a little vision board electronically, and I'll share with you the steps that I use to do that. So really this final step is about making your word, making your vision, making your goals, if you want, into some sort of visual representation so that you're going to be able to be reminded of it on a constant basis. So, you could go the traditional route with a, traditional vision board where you're clipping out pictures and inspiring words and things from magazines and putting those on poster boards. That's a great way to go. It's just whatever works for you in terms of a creative process, a way that you can really visualize, see, and be reminded of your word and your vision statement for the year. So that's actually a lot to go through. So I hope it was helpful for me to just kind of go through those questions with you so you have a better sense of what you might be able to explore there in those questions. And like I said, take some time, print off that guidebook, find a snuggly little corner with your favorite pen and a cup of something hot and yummy, and take some time for yourself over the holidays to really sit with these questions and think about how you want to create your health coaching practice in 2021. So I will put the guidebook in the comments below. If you have any questions at all about any of these questions or this planning and reflection process, I'd be happy to answer them. And as well, if you're on my email list, you can look for an email from me early next week with sort of the next step and how you can create a little electronic, a virtual vision board like I do using the program called Canva, which I find is a really great tool for graphic design and doing fun creative projects like this. So have a wonderful rest of your day, and if you're not already part of my Facebook group and you're a health coach and you'd like some support to up-level your health coaching skills, I'd love to have you join us there. The group is called Coaching Skills for Health Coaches by Michelle McLean. So thanks for tuning in today, everyone, and I wish you all the best in your planning around your health coaching practice for 2021. Bye for now, everyone.